So my e-commerce brand has made $8,000 in the last 30 days, and I'm going to basically tell you everything that I know about e-com and the only 3 things that you actually have to worry about in order to get a brand that is consistently profitable. I'll show you that this is like not bullshit as well. Like you can see that this is like all real. So I'm going to go into exactly what I think you need to focus on in order to get to this point, and basically nothing else. So let's just get into it. Okay, so the only 3 problems that you actually need to solve in e-com are traffic, conversion, and product. Once you get all of these down to just a decent enough level, you can make consistent money, and you don't need to be insanely good at any of them. You just need to get good enough results. And so I'm going to go through exactly what you need to do to make all of this work. And we're going to start with traffic. So the reason I'm starting with traffic is that you really don't have a business if you can't get traffic. And so you have pretty much 2 options in the beginning. In my opinion, you only need to focus on meta ads or TikTok and Reels for organic. The reason that TikTok and Reels is red is because you don't really have a real business, in my opinion, if you are just focusing on organic, because you're constantly waiting for a viral Reel or TikTok to make you some money. And so your aim is always going to be to get your paid ads profitable in the long term. But the good thing about TikTok and Reels is it does train you to be able to make content. So if you're making good organic content that's getting views, you're going to be able to use some of that content in your ads. And at the very least, the editing skills that you get from doing that and understanding what people like to consume is going to help you make ads. So in my opinion, you should be focusing on getting your paid ads first, but organic is a good way if you don't have the cash to actually test a lot of different creatives, which you will need to do. So that's sort of TikTok and organic. I'm not going to go into it very much because you already know how to do TikTok and organic. But in terms of meta ads, you only need 1 profitable meta ad to get consistent 5-figure months. And solving this is pretty much the number 1 problem that everyone has in e-com in the beginning. It's just getting 1 ad that consistently makes them money every month. And so your only goal with your meta ads, in my opinion, is to hit a goal of less than $1 per visit on your site. Now, this will depend obviously on your niche, what you're working in, but I've never really seen an e-commerce brand that's been able to get people on their site for less than $1 not make money. So if your ads are already doing this, then you've already basically solved the traffic problem, because the chances are that if you're getting 100 visitors for $100 and you convert, 3% of them at, $60 to $70 or even $100, then you're making a good margin on that and you can start to improve. But if you're getting traffic for more than $1, it's hard to make those numbers work. So focus all of your attention onto getting good at ads and getting your traffic down to below $1, and then you can move on to, I guess, the other steps to start making more money. Now, the next one is conversion. Once you have $1 traffic, you need to convert it. And then obviously you need to convert them on Shopify. And the biggest levers in terms of improving your conversion rate are price, offer, and design in that order. So I never really focused that much on pricing in the early stages. I sort of just priced based on what I thought we had to charge, but it's a really bad way to do that. You need to be able to figure out what is the amount that you can afford to make an order for, and then work backwards from that with your marketing budget and figure out, okay, well, how much do I need to actually put into Facebook ads in order to get a purchase? And then, how much do I need to have left over for myself? So working with your price is going to make big differences in how many people actually make a purchase. So I would really focus on that. There's a few things that you can do in terms of pricing. So you can obviously increase, decrease price. You can split your price across shipping and upsells. So for example, rather than having a product that's $29.99 free shipping, you could do $14.99 price and then $14.99 shipping or something like that. Obviously, those numbers won't work as well, but by splitting up your price, you'll have a lot more people adding to cart because they think that it's a lot cheaper than it is, and then obviously they get upsold at shipping or whatever. You could also split your price into upsells, so it's like, they can add an extra thing after checkout. If you do it properly, you should get a lot of people to convert on that upsell, and then you can make back some of the money that you lost by decreasing the price. Moving your free shipping threshold up is up and down, really. Moving that around can make big differences in how many people convert, because if your free shipping is lower, people will obviously spend less, whereas if you move it up, they're going to spend more. So playing around with and finding the sweet spot for your particular brand is really important. Changing your shipping costs as well is another just big factor. Like if you are if you're eating a lot of your profit into your shipping, then that's obviously going to make a big impact on your profitability long term as well. So yeah. All right, offer. So your offer, I guess, is more of like you want to basically make people feel like they're getting a deal using your offer. And so the best way to do this that I've seen is bundles, buy X, get Y offers, or refund guarantees as well. These three things make a big impact in your conversion, because anytime that someone feels like they're coming onto your site and it's something that's either limited or something that they sort of are lucky to have seen, they're going to buy a lot more than if you just were selling your product with no offer at all. So making a good deal on your site is super important to improving your conversion rate and maintaining profitability and conversion on your store. And the last thing is design. Now, a lot of people focus too much on design. I think this one does matter, but at the end of the day, if your store just doesn't look like shit, if you have a good offer and you have good pricing and your product is good, then you're going to convert a decent enough amount of traffic. So your design should be your last thing that you focus on. You don't need to focus on it if your conversion rate is like below 1%, because chances are your pricing or your product is just terrible and people aren't buying it because of that. But if you've got an already decent conversion rate and you think your store needs some work on design, here's the hierarchy of importance, in my opinion, for your pages. So your product page being the most important, and then all the other pages being the least important. So optimize your product page as much as possible first, then go to your homepage, then your collection page, which really should just be a simple page with maybe an offer at the top of it. And then all of your other pages don't really matter in terms of overall conversion, as long as you don't have anything that would be a red flag to a consumer. So no contact form, no refund policy. These pages are important to have, but the actual design of them is not important. So this is what I would focus on in this order. You can go and watch other YouTube videos on how to improve conversion rate on these particular things, but this is the order that I would recommend that you focus on. And then some non-negotiable to-dos that you need to have for conversion. These are just things design-wise that you must have. If you don't have them, your conversion rate will tank. So you have to have reviews. You have to display the reviews on your product page, and the collection page should have the stars on each of your products as well. Have a free shipping offer displayed somewhere on your product page or on your banner or something like that. You must display a strike-through sales price or a little tag showing people how much they're saving, which is going to obviously make the bundles and stuff more appealing. The copy on your product page has to talk about the benefits of the product in detail, but you need to be succinct. Don't write long walls of text that are really boring to read. Make them easy to read, maybe only 2 or 3 lines each, but they're super punchy and they talk about the benefits and how it's going to improve the person's life and not the features of the product. Obviously include features in drop downs and stuff, but people don't care about them. You must have a high contrast add to cart button. So don't have an add to cart that's like white with like a gray outline. It's just going to convert less. And then you must answer any FAQs that people have on the product page as well. But yeah, that pretty much sums up conversion. The final thing that I want to go over is product. This is one that I wouldn't consider myself to be an expert in, but I'll just tell you what worked for me. Basically, you want to choose something that's already working. So don't try and create like a brand new product. Don't try and be like the next Elon by like creating something new. Just use something that's already working. And the 2 best ways, in my opinion, to do this is choose something that's working in one country and bring it to your own. The problem with this one is that everyone knows this already. So, you're competing with people that are on the ads library every day, looking at new brands, trying to find something that's working so they can copy it, which is obviously not really where you want to be, but you can get easy wins here if you are looking in the right places. And then the other thing, which is my personal favorite, is to choose something that's working in your own country and then sell it to a different type of customer in your ads. So the example I've used here is a vitamin supplement. So the exact same supplement could be sold as like a sleep supplement. It could be sold to improve your natural appearance because it's, more vitamins, you look better. And then, or it could be to solve like a niche health issue, like, do you have, this particular pain in your, whatever. this vitamin supplement could fix it. So you've got like the same product that's already working for someone else that could only be using the sleep angle. And then you find out that, oh, well, this vitamin supplement actually doesn't just help sleep, it helps a lot of other things. I'm going to choose a problem that people care more about than sleep. The chances are is that your competition has chosen that angle because that angle is the best one and the most profitable one. But it doesn't mean that you can't make money using a angle that isn't as common or popular. And it's a good sign if other companies do speak about it on their product pages and stuff like that, but it's not a focus of their ads or products, so that then you know, okay, well, they still include it. It's a chance that, people do care about this, but it's not something that you, or that they're focusing a lot of their energy towards, and then you can capture that market for that supplement and particular issue in your ads and make your product pages and stuff only about that one issue. So yeah, that basically sums up the 3 things that I think that you need to focus on in order to get an e-commerce brand profitable. I don't think that there's anything else that you really need to do other than these 3 things. So I hope you took something away from this. If you want me to run your ads, you can DM me on Instagram.